Hey, Raindrops. Yes. All right. So look, before I start, make sure you like and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification button so you don't miss an episode. So look, child, we got to get into a new Black housewife on Beverly Hills. Round of applause. All right. So look, it's always a thrilling news when you get to report on a new Black housewife, okay? Especially one in Beverly Hills. Thankfully, we had Garcelle, and I will go on the record by saying I think Garcelle is a great housewife. I think she's a great addition to the show. Okay? Let's make that very clear. I love the fact that she's not going to be alone. That's always been my thing where it felt like, okay, is this a token situation? Do you know what I mean? With Garcelle, which is why we never talked about this. I was so happy when Garcelle brought on her friend named, now look, I want to make sure I say her name right because it's spelled like my girlfriend Sheree. But did she go by Cherie? I'm talking about Will Smith's ex-wife, okay? Was her name Cherie Zampino or Sheree? I want to say Cherie. Child, it's so bad because this is the gag. I would know how to pronounce her name, child, because we would have seen more of her on this past season of Beverly Hills. She was brought on as a friend to Garcelle, and we were all thrilled because I think it's Cherie. I love Cherie on Hollywood Exes. She's a great talent. And I was thrilled to see that she was going to join forces with Garcelle because unlike y'all, I don't believe Garcelle and Sutton are best friends.
Excuse me?
Y'all can believe that if you want to. I don't believe on God's green earth or what? Yes, mother's natured, that in real life, Sutton Strack will be friends with Garcelle Bouvet. Now, if y'all want to believe that friendship is real, that's on y'all, child. I believe it's phony baloney, honey. It's Oscar Mayer baloney, honey. It's government cheese mixed with the baloney. If you were raised in the 80s and you didn't have that much money, you know where government cheese is, child, like I was in Detroit, Michigan, child. I ain't falling for, oh no day, Garcelle and Sutton being freaking frack. Okay? So, when it was announced that Cherie Zampino was coming on this show as Garcelle's friend, I was like, yes, because I wanted Garcelle to show not only the castmates, but her friends, okay, in Hollywood, in addition to the audience, that let me show y'all my real life, people who I really hang out with, another Black woman who is amongst the Black Hollywood elite of Beverly Hills. Because at the end of the day, Cherie is Will Smith's ex-wife. She will always be that girl. Always. Just like Shawnee O'Neal will always be that girl. Because at the end of the day, she was married to Shaq. Just like my favorite, honey. Yes, Juanita Jordan. Juanita Jordan, Michael Jordan's ex-wife, and Brenda Ritchie are my personal two favorite ex-wives of the Black Hollywood elite. I love Juanita Jordan, and I love some Brenda Ritchie. Because those Black girls said, you gonna do what now? You're gonna cheat on me, allegedly. And those Black women said, run up the money, honey, run up the coins. And you have not heard a peep from Juanita Jordan or Brenda Ritchie. So Cherie Zampino, I love me some Cherie, honey. Okay. Unfortunately, we didn't see much of that. So the fact that we have a new Black housewife of Beverly Hills, her name is, let me not get this wrong, child. Okay. Her name is Anne Marie Wiley. Okay. And she is the wife of a former NFL player named Marcellus Wiley. Okay. So I saw the pictures. She's very cute. She's a cute girl. Yes, Emery, you are pretty, honey. We love pretty over here. Okay. So not only is she pretty, she's also beautiful with brains. She is an anesthesiologist. Okay, I said that right, child, because I was nervous that I was going to mispronounce it. Okay, she's an anesthesiologist. Now, according to Dr. Larsa Pippen, anesthesiologists don't do anything but put people to sleep. That's what she said to Dr. Nicole on the Real Housewives of Miami, okay, at the reunion. She said, girl, you don't do nothing but put people to sleep. Now, I love me some Larsa Pippen. Larsa. Mama. No. You can't discredit the girl who went to medical school. And I love me some Larsa. I really do. Larsa, you put people to sleep, baby, when you lay it up on them, baby. Yeah. Allegedly. Has Larsa ever confirmed that the MBJ she was talking about stood for our friend Michael B. Jordan? Was that ever confirmed? Allegedly. She said the initials MJ. Wait, all this time, was it Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan? We never talked about this. Do y'all remember, child, I'm all over the place. Do y'all remember how last season, not this past season, the season before that, on Miami, they asked Larsa name a famous person that she slept with, and the initials were MJ, right? And we all assumed it was Michael B. Jordan, allegedly. But she's now dating Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan. So this whole time, could that have been Marcus Jordan? Carlos King, honey, you don't miss a beat, honey. Yes. Okay, anyways, back to the new Black housewife of Beverly Hills, Anne-Marie Wiley. Okay, I'm happy to know that she is a smart woman. She's educated, and she's not just, she's not just coming in being the wife of. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being the wife of. Okay. So I like the fact that she has her own career. She's educated. She's pretty. And now this is the part that's a gag. She also is coming in with some controversy. Now, I got all thrilled because I'm like, yes, Garcelle, not that all Black people have to like get along, right? But let's be clear. We like the fact that Garcelle won't be the only Black woman in these spaces, right? So you know how like when you're the only Black person and you walk into a room full of white people and you may see one other Black person in that room. As Black people, we go straight to the Black person to talk to them, just because it's familiar and we understand each other, right? Y'all get what I'm saying, okay? So that's why I think we all were like, okay, Garcelle, you got somebody you could relate to. But baby, according to these reports, Anne-Marie and her husband have a lot of controversy surrounding their beliefs, allegedly. So, although I don't put people to sleep, honey, call me Dr. King, honey. Yes, Martin Luther Jr., because I am about to read the report. Okay, let me get my glasses on, child, because I have reports to read to y'all, child. Okay, all right? Okay, here we go. Now, follow along with me, because I'm going to update y'all on the alleged report from what the streets are saying, not Giselle Bryan streets, but the housewife streets have been saying about Anne-Marie Wiley. Okay. Allegedly, her husband, okay, has been very vocal on radio shows, podcasts, about these transgender community. Okay. These are words that he has allegedly said, and I quote, in the words of Sunny Hostin, I have a legal note. If y'all watch The View, Carlos, you are a mess. Okay. If y'all watch The View, you know that Whoopi always tells Sunny, Sunny, you have a legal note. Okay. So I have a legal note. Okay. This is what not Marcus, Lord Jesus. This is what Marcellus has said. I have no issues with transgenders. I do have an issue with athletes who are transgender, trying to participate, going from a transition of a man to a woman, and now playing with the women. Marcellus said that child in a tweet in January of 2023, allegedly. But there's more. And I will say that you all can try to Dave Chappelle me all you want. I am very clear on this. You can be a transgender. You can be the homie. But I'll be damned if a male at birth turns into a female and tries to compete against my daughters. She ain't out there. We out. But honey, he said we out, but then he continued. Why can't the dudes who transition to women actually empower women by competing against men? I do have an issue with athletes who are transgender women trying to compete against biological women, not against the wily women. And child, it gets worse. So allegedly, he also said things about Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya. And this is what he said. Wait, what's the quote, child? I'm looking for the quote, honey. Well, that's no quote. Child, don't y'all know how I can make my voice deep? Okay. Anyways, so I'm gonna keep these on. I think they're cute. Okay. He allegedly made some comments about Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya, who is allegedly transitioning. And he pretty much, and I'm paraphrasing, but allegedly, Marcellus pretty much is saying he disagrees with it. Let's leave it at that. Dwayne Wade's daughter's a minor, so we ain't gonna talk about kids on this platform. We don't do that. Bye. Okay. That's going to be very problematic when it comes to how the other cast members may feel about this. But now that I'm saying that out loud, this is the gag. Do we think that the other housewives may agree with him, but because they're so afraid of being canceled, that they may disagree with him for the sake of appealing to Twitter? Do we think that? It just dawned on me. Look, California is a very liberal state. When you are a part of the upper echelon of the 90210 zip code, 8 times out of 10, you may be a Republican. And not all, but some Republicans may agree with Marcella's statement. Okay? We had this conversation on my podcast with Ramona Singer, Meghan McCain, about can an openly Republican woman be on reality TV without being canceled? Now, look, I don't know whether or not Anne-Marie and her husband are Republicans. I think seeing Black Republicans will be interesting because we haven't seen that on reality before, at least being openly Republicans. So I'm curious how that's going to be. Y'all know me, I'm a journalist. Hey, Portia. Hey, Tamar Braxton. I'm a journalist. So I like real stories. So if that's who they are, I want to be able to see them talk about it and get their point of view. That's why I love this show, The View. I like to understand how everyone feels. So if that's the case, then I do want to be able to have them talk about it. But the gag is if they're going to be comfortable doing it. But the other gag is if other castmates will agree with it. Okay. Lastly, how will Garcelle feel about that? I don't know Garcelle's views on politics. I had Ebony K. Williams on this podcast, and I even said to her, like, a lot of people said, Ebony, and I was, obviously honest too, that we don't want to hear politics in every single episode. What I appreciated about Ebony's comments was, I don't edit the show, so what I talked about is not my fault. They used it constantly. And I said, you know what? Good point. One thing I like about Beverly Hills Housewives is they do talk about events that are happening currently in our lives, right? They spoke about Brett Kavanaugh, who at that time was a Supreme Court Justice nominee. And Lisa Rinna and her mother, rest in peace, Lois, talked about pretty much their disdain for this gentleman. Whereas Camille Grammer had the opposite reaction to it. And she felt like, again, paraphrasing, she felt like he may be, I don't want to put words in her mouth, so don't quote me on this. This is not what she said. But she was on Brett Kavanaugh's side in terms of she wasn't too sure that these allegations were true. Okay? Again, paraphrasing, allegedly. Okay. I thought that was an interesting conversation. It was one episode, it was 5 minutes, and they moved on from it. I enjoyed that dialogue. So will we see some of that on this show? It remains to be seen. The other thing with Anne-Marie is she supposedly is supportive of Candace Owens. Now, according to tons of sites, I have a legal note. Yeah, Sunny Hostin. I have a legal note. Okay. The couple also follows right-wing personality Candace Owens on social media. They also follow Joe Rogan. Okay. Candace Owens, for those who don't know, she's a Black female Republican. Now, the question is, does you following someone on social media means you agree with their views? Candace Owens oftentimes says things about Black people that feels very discriminatory against Black people, which is strange because she's a Black woman. So, does Anne-Marie support Candace Owens' views? We don't know that. She follows her on Instagram. Because she follows her, does that mean that maybe she likes her bob? Baby, because one thing Candace Owens is going to give you is a stiff bob. Woo! Yes, Nene. Claudia Jordan. Woo! Candace Owens' bob is stiff. It is spritz out. It needs a flat iron. It needs, when you were a little girl, I'm talking to the Black women. Remember when your mama had the hot comb on the stove? Because my sisters used to have to use this. And they had to straighten out your hair because you can't get a perm. Candace Owens' hair is in need of a hot comb. It's very stiff. I don't think Blue Magic was used just for me perm. I don't know. Maybe she likes her bob. Maybe she likes her fashions. Candace Owens loves a tan suit from Filene's Basement. Allegedly. Maybe she likes Candace fashion. Maybe. I don't know, child. So we need to see what's going to happen. I have to admit, I'm intrigued because I want to see what's going to happen once all of this becomes unearthed as Anne-Marie steps into the fold. And I hope that Garcelle and Anne-Marie get along because I think it's kind of interesting for the only two Black girls amongst that cast to at least have some sort of camaraderie so that they can talk about things, whereas Garcelle always felt like these other women never understood her. One of the most powerful conversations on the Real Housewives that I loved was, oh, I love this conversation, is when Garcelle told the ladies, y'all don't know what it's like to be the only one in the room. Y'all don't know what that's like, how uncomfortable that can be at times. I loved that conversation, and I wanted to get more of that because it's true. When you are a Black person and you are in certain spaces, oftentimes you are the only Black person. I'm the king of reality television, honey, and I've been in this business for a very long time. There are still moments where I'm the only Black person in the room. And at my big age, I still sometimes feel like, okay, it would have been nice to at least have one of me in the room so that I'm able to at least look at that person like, you, okay, like we see each other, right? So I applauded Garcelle Bouvet on that. I loved it. And if we're able to see this camaraderie amongst Garcelle and Anne-Marie, I would love it. I don't love seeing Garcelle and Sutton. I think it's boring. I think it's produced. I don't like it. Y'all can love it. Child. Bye, Felicia. Okay. This could be maybe the drama that this season needs, because what I heard, allegedly, I heard that so far this season of Beverly Hills is a snooze, allegedly. I heard that the first couple of weeks of filming, nothing was happening. It was boring, allegedly. I also heard that that's the reason why they brought back Denise Richards, Camille Grammer, and Kim Richards, because nothing was happening. And they thought about bringing back these people, at least something could happen, allegedly. But that's what happens when you let go of Lisa Rinna. I said it. Is that a meme, a Nene meme when she did this with her green blouse? And what did she say? It's a shame, isn't it? Yes, it's a shame. It's a shame that Lisa Rinna is not on this season. And listen, last season, y'all know me, I keep it real. I thought Lisa Rinna did the most. Okay, when she called herself a LeBron James, and I said, girl, you're not even the Rick James of Beverly Hills, let alone LeBron. But I felt that Lisa Rinna at least was trying to make good television. Like, let me be honest, because none of these girls want to be honest. So I honestly enjoyed it. But because y'all ran Lisa Rinna off Beverly Hills, because like I said, I believe Twitter now has a huge say in whether or not certain housewives can come back to the show or not. I said it. Yeah. Because some people think Twitter is a real place where, oh my gosh, people on Twitter are saying this. It must speak for the majority of the world. So, allegedly, they're saying that without Lisa Rinna there, nothing is happening. Yep. But that's what y'all wanted. Child, y'all want to see more Garcelle and Sutton hang out? Y'all want to see Dorit just come in like it's a fashion show, child? I just hope that y'all don't ruin Beverly Hills. When I say y'all, meaning Twitter. Y'all ruin OC. Get rid of Tamara. We don't like her. Tamara's gone. The show is boring. Bring back Tamara. Yeah. So now we have to see what's going to happen. Because nothing is happening. So is Anne-Marie the spice that this season needs? If so, I'm here for it. I'm here for Anne-Marie, honey. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. If you're the spice that this season needs in order to get the party started, then girl, let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Because it goes to show you that last season of Beverly Hills, which broke so many ratings records, that's why I'm like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Y'all set up there, ran Lisa Rinna off, wanted Kathy Hilton to stay on, and I like Kathy Hilton. But Kathy Hilton is not even filming right now, allegedly. They've been filming for almost a month, and Kathy Hilton is still at her house babysitting Paris Hilton's kid. But that's what y'all wanted. Y'all queen Kathy Hilton. Come back, queen. She said, ciao, bye. Bye. And what do y'all have now? Dorit and her fashions and Garcelle and Sutton playing besties. Ciao. Good luck with that. Good luck with it. So let me know in the comments, are y'all thrilled to see a new Black housewife on Beverly Hills? Yes. But is it bittersweet because of her alleged opinions or her husband's alleged opinions? Is that going to make you dislike this person? Let me know. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you soon.